All right, continuing our project here with White Berg. White Berg. So let's see how many pages we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is blank, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 44. And for this video, I'll focus on just producers. And it depends what we might have in our database. It might, for this example, just say Bernard Moreau, or it could say domain Bernard Moreau EFI, or it could just say Bernard Moreau EFI. So when you're searching, I'd recommend doing just the last name and see what pops up. And then if nothing pops up, do the full version. But if a short version pops up, that's fine too. So domain Bernard Moreau EFI. This is domain Rouleau. Domain Rouleau. This is Leroy, and it's négociant. So this is Maison Leroy, not domain Leroy. Maison Leroy. Domain Romain Collet. This is also Maison Leroy. Remoissonnet, or Remoissonnet Père et Fille. Is it fille or fils? Maybe it's fils. Paul Pernot, or Paul Pernot et ses filles. Arnaud Ant, or domain Arnaud Ant. Domain Rouleau. Michel Gros. This is Albert Bichot, but it's Domaine du Pavillon. So the way that I would write this is Domaine du Pavillon, and then in parentheses, Bichot, or Albert Bichot. We see the same thing with Jadot for Gaget. It might be Domaine Gaget, and then in parentheses, Jadot. All right, Latour Giraud. This is Vincent Dovissat, not another Dovissat. Heinz Lochardet. Okay, this, how do we do this? Hospice de Beaune. I would probably do Hospice de Beaune as the producer, and then the rest of this we'll do in the wine name. So just Hospice de Beaune is fine for the producer. Chavy Chouet. Antoine Jobard. Bonneau du Martret. Louis Latour. Bruno Claire. Gérard Thomas. Christian Moreau. Domaine La Roche. Biode Simon, or Domaine Biode Simon. François Ravenot. Capitaine Gagnero. Another Ravenot, or François Ravenot. Jean-Claude Ramenet. It might just be Domaine Ramenet or just Ramenet. Jean-Louis Chavy, not Jean-Louis Chave. C-H-A-V-Y, not C-H-A-V-E. Okay. Bouchard Père et Fille, or just Bouchard. Catch. And this is not the producer name. The producer name is Le Vin de Deux. Le Vin de Deux. And you can always verify the producer name when there's like a zip code or an address near it. And it might be the producer name is Le Vin de Deux or Valérie Gauvard et Bill Moisin. I would use Le Vin des Deux. See here, Le Vin des Deux. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, it's a singular. The wine of two. Not the wines of two, the wine of two. Okay, this is Comtesse de Cherizet. So it says their names here, but we'll use this as the producer, Domaine Comtesse de Cherizet, Laurent Tribut, Domaine Servin, Laurent Tribut, Francois Carillon. This is Jean-Noël Gagnard, and the E does have umlauts above it as the accent. Jean-Noël Gagnard. But no dash here, which I don't know if it should have a dash or not. When we spell it, I would do it without the dash, because even down below, there's no dash. Domaine de Monty. Domaine de Monty. There's other Monty that we might see, like Maison de Monty or de Monty, D-E-U-X. Okay, William Fèvre or Domaine William Fèvre. We can expect to see perhaps an accent here, an accent grave. This is Francois Ravenel. Again, another William Fèvre. Domaine de l'Arlot. And we can see down here, Domaine de l'Arlot. Okay, Domaine Leflèvre. And this is singular, domain without the S. Domaine Leflèvre. J.M. Boyot. Domaine Leflèvre. Jacques-Frédéric Meunier. Sometimes they'll shorten that to J.F. Meunier or just Domaine Meunier. I like this full version. Here's the full version, Domaine Jacques-Frédéric Meunier. Okay, Domaine Sylvain Langoreau. Langoreau. Michel Bouzeron et fils. Okay, so here we go. Domaine Leflèvre. This is with the plural. Domaine Leflèvre. So include the plural on that. And it says it on top. Domaine Leflèvre. Sort of a little bit different project they do outside of their classic line. Okay, Jérôme Galéran. Jérôme Galéran. SARL is sort of like LLC. It's a type of company abbreviation. We also say EARL, but I would just do Jérôme Galéran. And that's what it says in the back here. Jérôme Galéran. And I prefer it with the accents. Like that. Blank page. Okay. Mathieu Paquet. J.M. Boyot. Louis Michel. Or Louis Michel et fils. Guy Brocard. Or Domaine Guy Brocard. I think in general I prefer the shorter version. So like Louis Michel and not Louis Michel et fils. Instead of Domaine Guy Brocard, just Guy Brocard. But if it's like a Leroy, we need to specify Domaine and Maison because there's the two distinction, and that clarifies that. But it depends. So next, Philippe Collin. Olivier Leflèvre. So different Leflèvre. Separate from Domaine Leflèvre. So this is Domaine Dovizat Camus. It's basically the same as Vincent Dovizat, but let's keep this separate because the label looks different. So Domaine Dovizat Camus, Domaine Blaine Gagnard, Domaine Dovizat Camus, Domaine Blaine Gagnard. So as I keep talking and trying to be decisive on what to do here, let's be thorough and use the full one name. So Domaine des Héritiers Louis Jadot, Jean-Noël Gagnard, Cave Jean et Sébastien Dovizat, Joseph Drouin, and for these ones, if you hear Domaine Drouin, that's referring to their Oregon estate, or Domaine Drouin, Oregon. So Joseph Drouin for France. Etienne Sauzet. Etienne Sauzet. This is L'Ami. In conversation, we say L'Ami Kayat, but you can do the ampersand here, L'Ami et Kayat. So you can either do the ampersand or the ET. So I would do, I'm not sure what I would do. Probably I would do L'Ami ampersand Kayat, because that's how it's spelled right here. Etienne Sauzet. Okay, this is another Loire wine, but we would do, it's Domaine d'Auvergne. Where does it say that? Oh yeah, Domaine d'Auvergne in very small text here. That's what we would do here. Another option is to do Domaine d'Auvergne and then in parentheses, Loire. Okay, J.F. Cocheterie, Nicolas Potel. Okay. So this is Roland Maroslavac Leger with the dash there. It's common in French for the last name to be all caps. And if you see on LinkedIn or in emails, typically it'll say last names in all caps, and that's just a style thing. For wine lists, we can do our more Americanized proper spelling with uppercase on the on all the first letters and then just lowercase on the rest. So capital R, capital M, capital L, remember the dash. Etienne Sauzet. Okay, here's Domaine Ramenais, and this is a Seagram version of their label. We saw a Ramenais earlier in the book with a different label, which is the French version. But this, I don't think they used this Seagram, which later became Diageo label, but just Domaine Ramenais is fine. We do not need the SCE. So just Domaine Ramenais. Etienne Sauzet. Got a lot of Sauzet in the book. Okay, and then these are all Domaine Francois Ravenot. 2, 3, 4 of those. Okay, and then last page, Jackie Truchot. This is actually a red wine, but it made it into the white book, Jackie Truchot. And this producer these days might be Marchand Taz, but we'll use Pascal Marchand. Oh, there it says it on the back. So, bottled by Marchand Taz. So, I think, do we use it says Pascal Marchand on the front. So let's use that, Pascal Marchand. All right. Thank you. Bye.